Yo, what's good, everybody? My name's AJ. I got Otto with me. I got OJ, and welcome to Zone Six. And so today we about to give you a quick rundown on everything playoffs. So it's a special edition of playoff basketball. So let's get right into it. First question we're gonna talk about is who has the most to gain from winning the chip. Uh, who wants to start?
OJ, I feel like you look like you have
Uh,
something to
I feel
say.
like I feel like it's a very tough one. Like most to gain, I feel like it has to either be Jokic or LeBron. Just because I feel like LeBron has the all-time scoring record, but a new chip just like LeBron is the good. Like LeBron is already my own good too, but like if he wins the chip in the same year as he breaks the all-time scoring record, LeBron is the good. Like there's no like debate about that. And then with the Jokic one, to be fair, all year round, like everybody has doubted Denver. No one thought they were actually
Right.
like real. Like even in the first round, no one still like everyone doubted them. And this guy has two MVPs. I feel
Should
like
have had three, by
after
the way.
7-3.
Should have had three, by the way.
two is fair. Two is fair because I think Embiid was actually better than him last year or this year rather. So
No, no,
but
no.
fair.
Nah, last year, yes. This year, no. But at the end of the season, they started losing too many games, and like,
Yeah, and then he started sitting out as
yep,
well, and I mean it was lost by them. But I feel like a chip for Jokic actually gives him like a serious legacy because even now, like people still do not respect him. It was only after game 1 of the game against the Lakers that guys were actually like, yeah, this guy is actually like real. Even after he dropped 50 like a couple weeks ago, guys were still telling me Embiid is better than this guy. But now, I'm sorry,
There's
but
no
like there's no debate. Jokic is the best like big man in the league right now. So I feel like it has to be one of them.
yeah. I feel like I'm gonna give you Jokic in terms of like everything you just said. I'm not about to repeat what you said, but I feel like the person who has the most to gain is JT, because I'm gonna attack your LeBron point from the point of view of like I feel like it's me. I'm a Jordan fan, and like the rest of the Jordan fans, I promise you, this ring is not gonna make us change. Especially like this is a ring where he's done the least amount of work, so it's like I promise you that this ring is not gonna change our like perspective. But as a LeBron fan, you could tell me that this is the most help he's ever had. In terms of a cast that's really going with him just to like carry him when he has like 20 points, 19 points, he has a bad shooting night or like whatever the case may be. So and we could say like fuck all of that, but LeBron has 4 rings. Like, bro, he definitely, he has 4 rings. So like, and when we talk about who else is it? Jimmy Butler. Like, I feel like he's one of those players that's always gonna be like, he's like a Spurs or like a Prem, where he's always gonna be pretending just to like challenge, but like. He's never like nobody ever really thinks that Jimmy Butler is like the best in the league, or he's really about to for me like he really about to win the whole thing. So I don't think the Heat are part of this. I think the Celtics, bro. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Like, thank God Ja wanted to, misbehave, like do whatever he did because Jalen Brown got All NBA, and it means that he was like, you know, allowed to get an extension. Like he's gonna be like allowed to get an extension, which means that he's not really going to seek elsewhere to get paid. But like y'all been noticing like in the past couple months, like the rumblings that have been going around the Celtics, like the way Jalen Brown's been, been uneasy about what's going on. So I feel like they went to the finals last year. They had to coaching change everything, and God help them if they lost to the Sixers in the second round. I promise you, like JT is like. It's like, bro, you're escaping the realm of like young stars. Like it's time to perform. You feel me? And it's getting to the point where a lot of people starting to be like, hold on, like JB is like as good, or on a given night he might be better than Tatum, and this happened a lot of times these playoffs. So I feel like a ring will really put him in like he's 26, 27, and he's about to have a ring. He's been to the finals. He's led a team to like a top 2 seed. So the next thing for him is going to be an MVP. So I feel like he has the most to gain in terms of like a legacy. Him and Jokic. Like just to like brush on your point before I let I speak. Like thing about Jokic is that you're right. Like everybody doubted him. I don't know if it's because he's not athletic. He has a weird style. Like he has no drip. Like I don't know what it is about Jokic. He's white. People just don't like the style of play or anything that he really does. So I feel like, bro, we saw like, KD and Book were like combining for like 80 points every night, like literally every single night, and Jokic took him out at 6. Like that's like for me, I stopped watching the playoffs after that. I'm like, damn, like I really had nobody else to support. Like Paul George went out, James Harden went out, KD went out. Like damn, like I gotta support Jokic. Come on, man. Like, bro, Denver, Colorado. Like you know what goes on in Colorado? I don't. Not like nobody fucking. Like bro, what the fuck? Like what type of market team is that, bro? Like come on, bro. Like, bro, look at the stars they got. They got Jamal Murray. He's from Canada, bro. Come on, bro. I'm gonna just stop at that, bro. I'm gonna just stop. Canada, bro.
Man,
No, I hear it. Initially I thought the answer was LeBron because 5 chips that's another echelon. Obviously 4 is cold, but 5. Magic has 5. Kobe has 5. It's sort of obviously anyone with a brain knows LeBron is top 2, but there's always some edgy people like Skip who have LeBron towards the edge of their list. And once he gets 5, it's hard to argue against. But my one fear with the LeBron chip is he going to be Finals MVP? And although I'd still take a LeBron chip if AD's Finals MVP. It's very cool that only LeBron and MJ have multiple chips where they were the Finals MVP, have 4+ chips or 3+ chips where they were the Finals MVP each and every time. They were the guy. In the bubble, there was already the fear. I think first 2 games, AD was cooking, and then AD had one bad game, and then it swung in LeBron's favor, and he won the Finals MVP. But I think the answer, I think it's still Jokic, because the whole thing was you can't give Jokic 3 MVPs in a row if he hasn't won a chip, he hasn't done this, blah blah blah. So that puts, if he wins a chip now, all of that noise gets put to bed, and it makes us, I say us as if we're the voters, it makes the voters look retrospectively stupid, because if not for that like 4 or 5 game skid that the Nuggets have, Jokic had number 3 locked up. He lost the MVP because he locked it up too early, and then the Nuggets took their foot off the gas and started losing to the Rockets, started losing to the Spurs, dragging it out with the Hornets, those games that they should have won. Meanwhile, Embiid had to drop 40 for the Sixers to win a game. I think Jimmy, funny enough, probably needs it the least, in the sense that Jimmy's legacy is set. Like, we know he's a dog, we know that he's reliable, we know he's a playoff elevator, whether he wins a chip or not. Obviously, it puts him in different discussions and definitely lifts him up, but it's kind of like, I feel like streets won't forget Jimmy Butler regardless of whether he wins a chip or not. Like, we've seen him drag teams that had no business being there. 2020, they had no business going to the finals. He was 1 pull-up 3 away of going to the finals last year against the Celtics, you know. So,
and this team he has right now has to be the worst team out of
all of them.
Out of all the teams you said, it's probably the worst team. They were like 7th, 8th, I forget, but it was just...
There was no expectations for him. So it's like, he's gonna get flowers regardless of as long as this Heat don't like get swept in the conference finals by the Celtics. Jimmy's gonna get his flowers regardless. It does make me think. Obviously, this isn't on top of it. It makes me wonder about that 2019 Sixers team and whether they could have won it all. Because obviously, they're 1 Kawhi bounce away from probably going to the finals. We don't know if they would have beat the Bucks at the time, but could that team have won it all? Because JJ Redick, that was the best team Embiid has had probably, other than this current team. Because Maxi's a dog. Harden, we'll get to the biggest disappointment of the playoffs in a second. Harden is a former MVP, assist leader. Like, yeah, it's